Do you ever feel like you're in over your head? That the questions about your existence, big or small, overwhelm you so much that you don't know where to start? Don't worry, you're not alone. And best of all, you have you, and inside all the answers you need. Join us as we explore this fascinating topic, and at the end we'll offer you an excellent practical suggestion. Before we go into existential territory, it is worth explaining that, in its purest essence, a problem is simply a situation that we perceive as undesirable and therefore requires a solution. It is worth stressing the word perceive, for therein lies the first key. Problems are, to a large extent, constructs of our mind. Generally, if we decide that something is a problem, it will be a problem. It is also important to differentiate between a conflict situation and a problem, which lies in the structure and the way it is solved, as it requires different approaches. A conflict situation is a state in which there is a contradiction, incompatibility of objectives, or difficulty in making an optimal decision. It does not necessarily have a clear, single, or well-defined solution, as it involves subjective factors, uncertainty, or several related parties with diverse interests. To be solved, a conflict situation may require negotiation, searches, research, or decisions based on values and priorities. To give an everyday example, it is like when a development team must decide whether to prioritize code optimization or speed of software delivery, or like deciding between a career that we are passionate about and one that we do not like but would bring financial stability. A problem, on the other hand, is a question formulated in precise terms that requires a solution based on well-defined rules. It is an algorithm or set of sequential logical steps to solve a problem in a structured and repeatable way. In short, a conflict situation focuses on managing conflicts and decisions in ambiguous environments, whereas a problem is based on defined reasoning and solutions in a structured framework. Unlike a conflict situation, a well-defined problem has at least one solution and can be solved by systematic methods, by reasoning. But it is not the same thing to describe a problem as to pose it in order to find a solution. It is very useful to understand and describe the conflictive or problematic situation as a first step. The next step is to define and formulate the problem in its simplest terms, trying to express it in a single phrase or sentence. Once this is done, the magic words to get out of a problem are often those of the question what needs to be done to, or what needs to be done to overcome this situation. As you may have noticed, clarity on the above can be useful for many everyday situations, but also for successfully dealing with our existential questions. Existential problems often touch the deepest fibers of our being. They are the questions that keep us awake at night, such as what is the purpose of my life? Am I on the right path? Why do I feel this inner emptiness or this weight on my shoulders? Do my decisions really make sense? And so on. The fascinating thing is that, although every human being is unique, our existential problems are strikingly similar, whoever you are and whatever time or place you are in. The fundamental questions are the same. We seek meaning, connection, purpose, authenticity and, above all, to feel good. Why are our existential problems so similar? Because we all share the same human condition. We all experience love, hate, fear, doubt and hope. We all seek to be happy and to avoid suffering. We all want to leave a meaningful mark on the world. It may seem obvious, but seeking is not the same as finding. Searching can be a wonderful experience, but there are times when the important thing is to find. Even if each process has its own and is important in itself, this universality is, in the end, good news. It means that we are not alone in our search and that the solutions that have worked for others can serve as a guide, bearing in mind that, just as each person is unique, Your experience and your solution are also unique. Another good news is that there is a place inside each of us where we know absolutely everything. At least everything we need to live and be well. Here we come to the core of our exploration, and where we address what was promised at the beginning of this video. We all have within us two powerful instruments to navigate existence, the heart and the brain. They must be used consciously. Often the discomfort and the feeling of existential misdirection are due to the fact that we do not put them to good use. The heart is our emotional compass. It is the inner voice that whispers to us where we should go, or where we should stay. It also tells us what makes us vibrate, what fills us with life. It knows all this very well. It is the source of our intuition and our deepest values. The brain is our GPS. Once the heart points us in the right direction, the brain maps out the most efficient route to get there. It is a marvelous instrument, superior to any computer, that analyses, plans, solves the practical obstacles along the way. Magic happens when these two instruments, brain and heart and brain, work in harmony. The heart provides the what and the why, while the brain gives us the how. They are like horses pulling a chariot, which must go in the same direction. At times one of these instruments may become more important than the other, but the main thing is that they maintain a dynamic balance. With a little attention and practice, the balance will come more easily. Existentially speaking, to be led only by the heart, or only by the brain, tends to leave bad results sooner or later, or to produce an incomplete existence. Finally, here are some other practical tools for existential navigation. 1. The practice of conscious silence. Take time each day to listen to your inner voice. Try to spend enough time alone, meditate, quiet the mind, and do not allow it to race. 2. Constructive inner dialogue. Learn to talk to yourself as you would talk to your best friend, with respect, understanding, patience, and wisdom. But above all, with total frankness. The controlled imagination, used well, can be a very useful tool, which can withstand anything, is capable of simulating anything, and helps us to find answers. 3. Action as an antidote. Sometimes we think too much. Taking small concrete steps, even if we don't have all the answers, is often more useful than endless contemplation. 4. Human connection. Sharing our concerns with others can ease the burden and allow us to see our situation from new perspectives. If you ask for advice, listen, but don't believe anything or listen without evidence or careful analysis of the context. The person giving you advice does not know your situation in depth, and may be only partly right or even wrong. Listen to your heart and your brain. 5. Continuous learning. Every experience, even painful ones, contains valuable lessons that bring us closer to wisdom if we assimilate them well. Your doubts and fears are not signs that something is wrong with you. They are a testimony that you are alive, aware, and searching for a more meaningful life. They are, in fact, a gift, because they keep you constantly growing and evolving. Remember, you don't need to look outside for the answers to your existential dilemmas. Everything you need is already within you. Your task is not so much to find new answers, but to listen to the ones you already have, and to trust them. If you liked this video, give us a like, subscribe, read the description, share, and leave us a comment, which we will gladly read. See you in the next video.